Oh, hi everybody. It's Professional Priestess, and I'm here to do the proof of chaos. I'm going to try to do this quick proof of chaos and rest in peace report. Let's just start with these things on my phone, okay? I did want to tell you guys that I have to check in with my subby, but I just wanted to tell you that I've been telling you guys about my one of my subscribers. I want to call my subscribers. I've worked with her. I do work with clients and sessions and stuff like that, which is why they play it on my phone. I want to let you know that what had gotten started. Let me listen to this in a minute. I just wanted to let you know that a lot of people are watching this, and there's a lot happening with the police and NHS because of what they're doing with people's kids. Labor secretary, sorry, child secretary. I want to say labor, like maternal child health, all of that. UK is going to go through a major governmental overhaul. Every single major world government is because of what they got started with just a few Black women. So now, right? So now, let's pay attention. Let's focus here. There's a few things that I need to tell you guys. So you guys know Stephanie and Drake were playing in Toronto and playing with everyone's children. Quebec's Human Rights Commissioner drove out. She's done for it. And she got hit really badly by the Ethiopian community, focusing on, oh, they're making human rights reports. Okay, let's go to the white man and go sell these reports and go see if they can stalk those people and we can get paid to track them, and causing hella chaos, playing with Stephanie with magic and getting hit the fuck up. Biden says he can't go home because Joe Biden and his son got exposed so badly. Their bank accounts got fucking revoked so badly twice. Their house that they have, the bank is asking how they can pay for it. And if they're not using government funds to do so, you can't have an EBT and then getting a salary from the White House because you put other people in jail for that. Or right. So he's really getting caught the fuck up. So pay attention to what he's saying. Okay. This is going to explode with this high priest. A Black attorney that Kamala Harris, he didn't want to stick his dick in her. He has a twin brother. I guess they're brothers. They're both attorneys. I may call him to take my case. They arrested him in his house, shackled him to a chair, tried to sexually assault him, and made him sign a check and transfer money out of his bank account to somebody else's account that stole the building that they were like beefing over in the first place, and then were serving Cheong and try to infiltrate their supply line. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Wait, well, no, actually, that may not be a good idea. A whole fucking attorney and former NFL player. Ooh, yeah. And guess what? I got the docket. Oh, this docket is so messy. They ran up on dude. Thought they were sick. This was just 2 weeks ago that they filed this docket. They did that shit to him too with that chemical server staying by his house, causing hella drama. They are so goofy. So now, yeah, what? Ooh, now tell me who did it. You know what? Too messy, too ratchet. Yeah, they start too much shit. Bitch, I got a fucking hatchet. Boom, 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 boom. Whoever's going bad in the UK, that's none of my business, bro. You started it. So these brothers have gone on long roads to clean up and repair what you've done. I think it's honorable. I think you need to get away from me. Oh, wow. So now, whoa. Well, he got clip clapped and smacked out, period. People just got found out he died. They were playing on the computer with Kunle. Okay, good. He knows Kunle. Okay, good. So that's what you guys want to get. Wow. Enthusiastic indeed to play in the hood. Yeah, these are the type of ear clunks that were playing in the hood, talking about some ear clunkless surgeries. No, yeah, and that's why people are so enraged. You're not really understanding the rage behind it. Their image is enough to just invoke it. It's not. Let's keep on. Hey, whoa. 41 arrested at hotel turned migrant shelter. 41 arrested. Oh, so they let you guys come over here because you guys were all Medellin cartel playing with Kamala. They got arrested. Más queridas, dime this. Yeah, you guys really don't know what that looks like. So, anyways, now what happened last night when you were playing with me? What time is it? What happened last night when you were playing with me? This was at 7:55. What happened last night when you were playing with me and I started talking about that Anuak magic? What happened when you were playing with me and I was talking about that Komodo and fire magic? Okay, you're going to see Harry Potter style chaos on this planet if you keep playing with me. I will blow your house up if you play with me with spell work. That's not a threat because the spell work won't work unless you're doing something. Ah, there you go, because it's a force of physics. Karma, it can't. If you keep on trying to enforce it, it will just build a bigger physique. That's what the magic will say. There will be another physique, and I will have to fight that physique. It won't land. Eventually, the physique will destroy me. That's what it will tell you. Ah, right. So for all you guys sticking your dick in people's kids and playing that game, just be very careful. They clap this nigga. Good. He wants to go play games talking about I'm a Panama man. Yeah, running his mouth in Panama and playing games in Haiti, starting way too much shit. Wow. They're so ridiculous. Yeah, 30 people shot, 6 killed. Nah, it's really like 17 over the weekend in Chicago because of what I posted on my YouTube. But you guys want to keep on playing and starting too much shit? Ooh. Oh, they put an article. Robin gives credit to her faith. I told you I can't get it. So they went to go play. Oh yeah, like just showing you that we know about her. She's so delusional. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, last night. Oh, mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone will have their own AI-powered chief of staff. A child that was kidnapped, raped, and molested, their hand or their head or their leg or whatever body parts cut off to make a master body. That's what the fuck they're doing. And then, oh, she'll be forced to animate it with spell work and da 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 da. Oh, yeah. That's why people are going bad on hoes. Oh, okay. People didn't know how serious it was because how are you going to build this after everything we talked about with the octopus? That's not how AI works. But then how does it work with Boolean loops and strings? How do you know how to code? I thought we like broke that part of your brain with chemicals when you were a child. No, you didn't. I've been seeing all this. Because who was one of the first subscribers to AOL? It was you. The first 10 minutes of all of that, because we gave everyone CDs first, and you got online, and everyone knew my account. Hey, listen, look at this. And then Lance Reddick, cause of death. Yeah, after Conco below baby, it really blew up because he really moved in the autopsy room. And someone said, are you serious? Because it started blasting all over UK. Conco, go below. And he started crying. And he said, it's just the whole African community watched that. You guys started chaos with that. Math teacher who showed students unwavering love is killed in murder-suicide after two of her students were trafficked. Oh, I know an iguana. We can go play with math and we can be our own like tech founders after what they got started. And one of her students checked her, this is not real math. What is Queen teaching with the serpent? Right. Well, that's not real. And I don't think that she's like valid. And oh, she seems like to be a little bit off. Be careful. But you're going to kidnap and rape people's kids to go play in the computer. See, this false reality that you're trying to create with mental illness, and illusions, Pisces, Neptune, reverse, Pachach, mental illness that you're trying to create to chain us all together to be in one frequency so we believe in it, that's done. No one cares. Anybody that's still playing the celebrity field, they're either a celebrity trying to figure out, like, are you actually real or is this a joke? Because how normal am I then, right? Or they're trying to figure out how to hide what they got started. And then other people, they're still chasing after that lifestyle. Like you're broke and you're chasing after her. So is it cool to be spiritual or ratchet? Because you're chasing her like this, but on the front end, you're talking about fucking bitches and doing this and shooting and stuff like that. But those niggas are shooting and they're doing all that, but they have mates and they're with her though. So now you're going to create a bigger war. Why are you trying to play with my mind? I wanted you to waste my mind or waste my time. Right. So now, right. So let's look. Ooh. Whoa, ooh, I forgot about databases and one of that I'm whack after talks of like dishonorable and fake medicine people. Yeah, just really fake, right? Because if you're well, Millions warned as rare, but serious bacteria spread by saliva kills 5 people. Let's keep on going. I'm sure it's more than that, right? I like the way it wiggle and fold. Good. So I mean, and that by that I just mean like, the mitosis process and then like folding in and then like bifurcating and then doing that again. And you know what I mean? And like how it continues to like replicate in a petri dish. So now I have a specific type of like herb. And I wish I could show this to you, but I already used it in Gurufai. So later there will be images. You go ahead and you can ground specific databases of whatever you want. That's what she does. I bring down databases of chaos, whatever you want. It can only be Gry though. I carry specific Gry, like HIV. That's nothing. Let me call her sister. Whoa, and they fuck with each other and the same niggas. No, but who's worse? Ooh, yeah. So now, like, oh, I didn't know we had other problems. Yeah, you sure did playing with Castle, who's like really like about to get charged for biochemical warfare. Him and Juliana and a bunch of other people playing like that, and like threesomes and orgies and starting hella shit and running around having kids and burning people and getting abortions at 6 months and causing hella chaos. You guys are all being watched for that bullshit. And what they did with Chiang, whoa, okay, they did that. Bon appetit. Woo. Six different black women to go to space secures 947 million government contract. No, you didn't. And this is all honeybee. And something very serious came out because of this. And you also need to stop like playing and starting shit with these like off-ass like websites too, where you're like, oh, let's post it here, but not other places. And stop like this because everyone getting their bank account tracked. And after what happened with that dude Surrey, I think his name is John Spry from Spry Inc. Yeah. Yeah, from Sprite and shit like that. After what got started with that, with government contracts, you really don't know. And 100 million something dollars on turkey links, and then $300 million on eggs. You're really getting into something there. Okay, good. The cartel, I know where all your medals are right here, and a bunch of Spanish women have been getting like kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and robbed because they sell like earrings and stuff like that. Because remember, they follow me all around, so they see where I go for good stuff and I convert it. So they went to go play games with that and like, oh, get a bunch of Oaxaca kids and then soak it in their blood, and then it'll be fine. And that's what the fuck they're doing with these people's kids because of you. Like, oh, just leave her hair here in the CPU board, and then Huey will like have to do it because look, that's what they taught us. These stupid, they know that they're schizophrenic and goofy because they're schizophrenic and goofy on planet Earth. So why the fuck would you then sit and play with that bitch and then make it seem like, oh, well, make it seem like caused it. You're the one doing it on planet Earth. How are those hoes getting food in space, McDonald's, KFC, and trap phones from Obama phones? Okay, good. This one all involved and got caught the entire fuck up. I talked about Tufts University just the other day too, and somebody is bringing all these things up, right, about their little like gang stalking groups playing with people of color, and a lot of computer science students, black and brown, went missing. Yeah. You started that level of bullshit because you wouldn't be alone. When you saw what me and Leon were, you should have known to step away. So is that my twin or not? Right. So when you started playing with me the first time, it wasn't enough. And then when it got ratchet like that with me and Leon, because people saw him in Atlanta, saw what you did with that nonsense, saw what you did with Baby Bring Cheon, which is on. Look at this. Cloud Kitchens. Oh, it was an article talking about how they raised $1.3 billion off the point where everyone's EBT. Just a few more months, they'll be okay. They'll get a stimulus like next year. We'll be able to like handle that. She'll bring all the money back and then teleport this and that and wipe everyone's memory. They'll be fine. Right. That's what the fuck they thought they were going to be doing. Like a bunch of like pedophiles and fags like this. And you look stupid and you're talking to a hood ass nigga that's like twice your height. And he's not getting charges because of what just came out with seminal rights and what you guys were doing with people's kids. Oh, okay. Right. And you have no guns because they're all broken and no medals. Right. And whatever the fuck you think that you're about to go make, it's going to melt and turn into powder. Zero decimal. At the molecular layer, we will deal with you. That's what this magic you just want to go play Anuak. That's what that means. And you can play molecular layers and really start shit. Right. So then the article saying that they had to completely close every single last one of their doors. Yeah. And fire everybody. Because the feds took back all the money and they're giving everyone their supply back. And all of a sudden you're starting a taco truck, get out. Thank you. We're taking this back to the cartel that you stole from. We know who your father is. I didn't know you were following me. Yeah, just the same way you were following Daisy. The same way you always want to go play games. Oh, Kamala will do this and Kamala and well, you know Kamala and yeah, and playing with me and oh, you know I've heard of that and she's so unprofessional and I heard this from Kamala and Kamala and Kamala. No Black women CEOs left in S&P 500 after Walker and CEO gets fired. So remember, like I said, oh, it's just like an internship. Right? Those databases, you have a light word, go ahead and put it in the Akasha. You can work however much you want. You could just take, yeah, the whole jar or just that one individual, like a piece. You could take that one piece or take one database or take one part of a database. If that makes sense. Like, oh, because she can do several things. Like, oh, what aspect of the body, mind, etheric system should I bother with? What then type of, is it menococcal? Is it a streptococcal? Is it a spiral key? Is it Helicobacter pylori? Is it, whoa. Is it ringworm, roundworm, ovalworm, yellow worm, red worm, purple worm, right? Fuck your worm, right? Right, which one, right? Okay, then let me go call my big sister because she has her cousins and big mom, but they all related. You know what I mean, right? So now, do you want to play? So now let's keep on going. So let figure that out, right? So now, right? You know those different environments, and well, that's my baby daddy. Environments is like just make it go faster. Really, we do all. Listen, right? And you thought it was a TV show. Like I said, if you want a Negro spiritual, go get your headscarf, right? Like the scarf that I just got. Oh, wow. Right. So no Black woman left, right? Because look, now you're gone. Because this lady also went to Spelman and was playing games with those AKAs and was involved with Metro Boomin's mama, thinking it was cute to play with technology like that and playing people's bank account like that. That's what they were using this technology for. All at once, these hoes started it. All at once, people getting stalked at work, women going missing in Uber. Like, I didn't know that they were going to do that much. Okay, he shouldn't have like hit her like that and stuff like that. I just thought they were going to scare her and like scream at her and then let her go. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you about things like bodies. I don't know anything about that. Thinking it was cute to like play with magic and like, oh, off hood transmissions, like, oh, they think they're cute. Let's go play too. And not even knowing what the fuck you're doing, what you're talking about. Good, good, good. And then what ended up happening after they went to go play with the white, start hella shit, cause hella drama, steal from everyone, leak everyone's information, play with Clank Laborgia. The white turned around and then smacked them with boom, 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 right? Get out, right? Or demoted. And I can only give you $10,000 a year as a salary after what you did. You spent all of like the budget as Salesforce philanthropy arm on Shantae getting clones, and everyone sees her colors changing on YouTube and they think it's delusional. And people are calling the police because they're finding her body in Cleveland and also in Georgia. So now what ends up happening, right? And you think it's cute, like, oh, I'm a Black vampire. No, you're playing with like delusional nonsense. Because if white people are doing it and it's a problem, then obviously you doing it, it's a problem. I don't need a clone. I have a cat. So now, yeah, they were. So like, why am I in this like room? What? So now, right? Good, good. So now the funny thing too is Massa ain't got no tools because Massa needs that one, the Negro, the dark one. And she working in the fields. We was in the house. How'd that happen? Oh, that's fine. Well, this our line now. You can work in these fields. And why is that? Because you don't have whereabouts of your resources. I got the resource. We got the resource. Perfect. Now go and sit down. Look, you're fucking delusional. Because now white people need my work. And now they need Leon. And now they need us to stop working together and stop like going bad on them after what they started. And now you need people to stop knowing who I am and who he is. Because every single hoe involved in that love spell nonsense, playing with spell word, okay, they won't believe this and they won't believe that. And all that bullshit that you hoes got started, every single bitch playing with love spells, any rose on this planet is tracked for how thousands of children went missing overnight to play with love spells between me and Leon. Separation spells and your mate won't know you and just feel into their energy and starting hella goofy bullshit. Good. Let me show you what somebody got caught with because somebody's about to go get arrested today, baby. And folks, this one with the locks that plays with the shower. Okay, thank you. Somebody that funds 100 black men, and they're done with. She helped actually get that lady fired from Walgreens. Oh, you thought it was like cool to jump, like, oh, they said that this wasn't gonna happen, and we can come out and show our affiliation with all the bitches that started this. Good. And talking about melanin and Milko with what? Well, this is perfect because I feel like now you guys have really like categorized like all the phonies. So I helped you. So if you still play with them, that means you're doesn't matter. You're gonna die. You're gonna go off my planet. I'll curse everybody. And you guys know that. Some people have just come here knowing they're gonna get mistreated by whites and use their entire life to cast crazy, wicked magic on them just to ensure that they'll die. It'll be treacherous, but it's okay. I don't know how it's gonna live. They had a good life though. Everything that they did destroyed them. You have no idea what you're talking about, bitch. You were goofy. I have to show you what the fuck got started online. Right. Ah, right. Hmm. Hmm. You know when I do that, right, right, and I'm like, right, like imagine like how stupid I would have to be to invoke that as like an actual, like authentic force and not one of just like the pronunciation of the intelligence of foolery, right? Like I wouldn't be able to get there. I would probably be dead. So now let me show you something, right? So when I'm actually, let's keep on talking about this bullshit that you guys got started. Let me go back and show you. Oh, good. Let's see. Right, right. Like, oh, it's limitless. You're on meth playing with people's kids like that. Ooh, I feel bad for you. Good. It's not a big thing. Look. So it tracks your every movement. So if it's able to do that, right? Wait, thank you, video pad. Something's gonna come out about like videos online of some woman in her apartment. So if this is able to do this, right, and it can track every movement. So imagine I'm walking around my house and it's tracking as it's tracking the movement, it's tied to a database that pronounces a specific sound. Right. As I'm moving around my house where they're trying to neurally program me and like make it seem like we're not doing that. We don't need like black people, this and that. We're not going to space to rape people's kids and start a bunch of bullshit. We're not like causing hella drama on the planet because we're actually aliens that come from there. That's not true. We're not like starting shit and like forcing people to try to practice incest and kidnapping whole families and starting shit. And then, oh, etherically in space, they'll be doing this and that because she'll animate it. You don't even know that there's like higher selves of mine that are cursing me. Like, how did you even allow that? Oh, octopus, what is that up here? It's a Curta Erna Attisor. It's a specific chemical sequence that then takes a form as this with either the 8, the 12, the 16, or the 24. You don't really know like what you're doing or what you're eating. This has dairy. It did 8 years ago. Curses, pork, you're gonna die, right? Let them suffer. Oh, it's factory farming. Let me maybe alleviate the curse and see if I understand. Okay. You really don't know, like, right, and you think you're gonna play with me to play with. That's so sad that you're stupid. But anyways, Pele has showed her hand. That is enough. Right. And this one, this is major where this one used to work. I think you guys need to go look it up. It's gonna come up again in a minute. Don't worry about it. It's been a year, Aaron Wolford, and they killed his son. Ooh, this nigga got killed too. From playing with Telemundo TV, TV 14 from NBC. Yeah, an executive. Ooh, good, 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 good. After talks of that border, well, yeah, playing hell games. Right. Robbing the cartel of chemicals, starting all the shit, playing with people's kids. 37. Good. He's dead. He's dead too. Making like engines and stuff like that. Robbing the cartel for metals. 37 again. Good. Good. Yeah, United policyholders after playing hella games with everyone's policy and playing with buzzing on billions and them thinking it's cute, like, oh, it's lit in the hood. Going with like hats, like the hood hat, like it's like a baseball cap, but like how females wear it with like their bob or like their long hair or their curly weave. Yeah, they thought that shit was cute. It's not cute. I don't see anything cute of it like that. And they were like flashing memes, like, oh, look at me, like, yeah, like riding in a car with the nigga, like, when you guys going out the way, and you just listening to the music, like shit like that, like, oh, like no, that's not cute. And like flashing different hood niggas and starting hella shit. Like, well, we saw you in there, but you uploaded me because you're my PO and you're trying to have sex with me and starting hella shit and starting hella exorbitant shit. Good. Yeah. The disability community that I was telling you about, disability, mental health, yeah. Dementia is like involved in that, like, oh, dementia, Alzheimer's, elderly care, disabilities, like older people going around and they're kidnapping them, like, oh, she still has a gift, like a 90-year-old grandma. And like they don't even know she takes care of like 3 of her grandkids. All right. And like she disappears. Hell, that's what the fuck you bitches started. Thank you. Playing with white bitches. And ear clunkla. Thank you. Woo. Clip clap and smacked out, period. Right. Guys will just come back to our side. You're just like tan. But I know I see myself in you. Yeah, and that's what the fuck they were out there doing. Raping, murdering people, strangling a bunch of women, causing hella drama. Good. Carlos Rios. Senior litigation administrator, Genentech. Playing in the cartel, playing with me, starting a bunch of shit. Good. Going through layoffs. I lost my job. This has happened. That's happened. Good. They're all getting laid off because they start doing this shit. This Michael Ashby working at AT&T, playing in everyone's phone. Woo, clip, clap, and smacked out, period. Now, these are the type of people that are playing with you and cheating and like infecting our whole entire hood. Like, oh, well, they're black, and like taking themselves seriously, and they take themselves so seriously, and they take themselves so seriously. Yes, yes, yes. What am I going back? It's have you never come over here with that bullshit ass technology? He would have never got clapped in ESP or wherever, however he died. And this would have never happened with Not making like teaching, making hours and hours of videos for nonsense, and you're a sex worker. Like it's the 1970s. Got a hold for me now. Okay. Make sure that your DNA is not on the same line before you start that. Just let me tell you that. Let's keep another sheriff clapped. Another officer clapped. Georgia, another officer clapped. Security. Okay, good. So let me go back into this. Where is that file and folder? You guys are going to go play with that chiong. That's what that is. What part of the animals is baby brain? And it's like small and round, like all these, like, what is this like hard and round meat? What part of the animal is this? Ooh, a lot of you guys are really like gullible though. Like, what the fuck? This is all outside with it, I guess. Well, let me get started one more minute. Yeah, ooh, Peter, I'm showing my hand again in chat. In chat. Yeah, and playing games and everyone's food supply and playing the cartel, trying to have like, oh, he has a smoker business, there's this and this, I can do that, I can do that, get them that supply from the job and everything, causing hella drama. Yep, clap, 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 clapped, 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 doing way too much, clapped, doing a lot, clapped, doing a lot. Xavier University in Louisiana, I talked about chemical servers, people getting buried alive. I just opened up my phone, I mentioned Mr. Carter, and I also talked about, there's a specific part of downtown New Orleans that I was at. This is what happened to him. Good. Yeah, 6 students were missing, clapped, playing in the cartel. Estrada. Clapped, playing games, really talked about that. Clapped, playing games. Oh, the cheat on that. Clapped, playing games. Robert Half playing with the whole cartel, starting hella shit because they have access to all the hella HR information and stuff like that for like Safeway and stuff like that. Because before Robert Half got like demoted into like, oh, like security, like 1 day security gigs or like 1 day catering gigs. Before they got demoted to that, they had like a lot of jobs, but they got blacklisted because of Clank Laborgia, because of the people that they were sending to work, which is Cyborgia, which is I don't have credentials, using EIN, starting all shit with the cartel. They were exposing the cartel and stuff like that were working, but they were the reasons why they had to use those different credentials, and they were starting hella shit like, oh, but I have a staffing firm. You hired me to staff all these jobs too on the other side because you weren't doing your job. So you said, okay, security, and then we took all the gigs, and you said, okay, there to the company, there we have security, right? But you didn't hire us individually. So why are you then playing with everyone's immigration and causing hella drama? Good. Clip, clap, and smacked out. Perfect. Good. Ooh. Dave Stein is music attorney. Oh, when it's over, that's the time I fall in love again. Well, and I know it never ends. Whoa, yeah, because that do is very eternal. That is very what you want to play with. You want to play with a child like that. Good, you're not gonna play with that octopus down there. She's Raja, she has different forms. And I like Flopper. I've taken on new forms. I was bamboozled. This is not the form that I thought I was going to receive. I came here for warfare. Where's my warfare? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want forms and clones and whoa, let's get you started. Let me help you. Yeah, you think you're progressing with Tim's on and playing? That's so sad. Let's keep on going. Shh. David Stein, music lawyer. No, you didn't. Yeah, Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my line. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time. Mr. Tell something wrong with my line. And you want to go play that type of game. And you think, oh, God, so special education, he popped up here, and this is all like, one is like in different stuff, right? Commercial contracts, music, capital insights, music, right? And special education attorney. Why? Because people's kids going missing. Okay. Remember we were talking about that? Okay, good. That's just like letting you know. Sometimes they pop up like that. In the unusual. Everyone wants monetization, starting a bunch of shit with Drake, selling people's masters behind the scenes. Why am I not getting that? What are you talking about? I still like, oh, you like this and this and that. Look at the fine print. You rewrote this behind the scenes and started hella shit. Whatever. I'll stop making music. I'll just go independent and just do shows and shit like that. Where are you getting your money from? I'm doing a bunch of shows. Oh, well, the IRS has said, no, they don't. That's why I don't have a record label. That's why I don't work with you. Let's go our own label. Playing in the hood. If we had a chance for a little romance, would you give me in return? Would you feel me? Well, how does it go? Huh? Would you give me? Huh? Whoa, huh? The first record, would you give me cupcake, no feeling? I ain't got time because I got a lot of women. And you guys want to go play like that with hood music and starting too much shit? Good, good, very fucking good, good. And mating in the father, first love, fighting with the mother, beefing and fighting, a whole chunk of hair missing. She's about to call the police and tell them about Clark LaBorgia and mating in the father. Ooh, that was first love. That was first love. Yeah. Whoa. Ooh, George Butcher. This one. Ooh, yeah. Clapped and smacked out. Period. Playing the pharmacy. Ooh, these hits are vicious. Good. Keep playing with Brother Asuka. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. That shit. Oh, we have enough bodies. Don't worry. We just packed them in the snow in Russia. Hell of kids missing from the hood are now in Russia because of private flights, private planes. Because you want to play Stephanie, who I already told you she eats ass for a living. She's a fucking sex worker. She's being hunted. Don't play with it. Good. Good. Now imagine you're this, and then you're with your mate, Stephanie and her new tool. Oh, so that's okay. I see what you mean now. They think that they're gonna play like this. They did it to me for 2 years. A lot of people died. They didn't really get that fucking far. The farthest that they did get, they had to play with people's kids and start a bunch of shit in space. That's how that all came down and got exposed. Bringing crazy fucking flowers over here that are like trillions of times the size of our planet. Oh, higher self. Okay. Okay. I see what they're, yeah. We're crazy fucking chemicals. Yeah. They just took one of her pieces. Metro Woman's mom. Yeah. There you go. That's what you get. Oh, Eric Clark getting clapped out. Good. Good. I'm gonna get my gift soon. And I oop, and I oop, and I oop. A sign of incest because the mother and father have no differentiation between if they're sibling or a parent. Ooh. Oh, you have first love too? Oh my God, it's so much fun. Right. Whoa! That's yeah. Whoa! Well, there's a few bodies over there too. So New York Yankees mourns the passing of Yankees executive advisor for Pacific Rim's operations, George Rose. Yeah, he's 57. Yes, and wow, that's what I'm saying. These niggas is young, so I passed through a lot of shit. Oh, he's older. They're gonna say that it doesn't matter, right? But they got clones. But I don't say anything, so that's why I'm showing you. You think I'm stupid? I know statistics, but I mean, like, this is not randomizing, right? I'm specifically trying to prove that a specific phenomenon is happening by curating a specific data set that is then going to be formulated in a way, right, and presented in a way which proves that hypothesis and that thesis. So I'm not just looking for any fucking thing. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Don't ever fucking play with me when you're getting on meth and starting hella shit and blasting all over the place and then trying to infect my food and shit like that with chemicals and nonsense. They knew better than to put me on that stuff because I knew instantly I would be high. But what the fuck they're doing to the planet as a whole and starting too much, and these plants are going yow mode. And when you're doing stuff like that, the environment, it's like, oh no, you want to play it here? Let me go and transform. And then they start bringing chaos. That's whoa. Chips. And it's because somebody they going to Turkey, going to different places, playing with Mati, looking for everyone's medals, playing on my fucking phone. It got smacked. Yeah, smacked. Yeah, died on in going to Munich, Germany. Yeah, because somebody heard me saying that because they heard her little German boyfriend playing games and call him on camera having sex with his mom because they're trying to free William because she really is getting captured and she's so cute and Vietnamese like happiness here. Yeah, and she doesn't really understand like, oh, Asian husband. Oh, okay. Africa. Oh yeah. So now so now, listen, right. So they saw that and they started like laughing, like, oh, watching Ian, because she's a sister here in the virtual reality, because like we talk to each other, sisters and stuff like that. And then our rabbits are friends and their cousins and all that type of stuff, right? A few of my rabbits, their sisters are the companion, the Vietnamese high priestess or Chinese high priestess or Japanese high priestess, not Asian, not Martian. There we go again. Shut the fuck up. So then what ended up happening is somebody saw somebody's store and said, oh, they're still around those Turks. And somebody started investigating. And they found a whole bunch of shit. Good. Keep playing with Modi, the president of India. Tell me you won't get clapped out. Yeah, they're not playing with anybody. It's not that hard to get rid of you. You know, it gets passed through saliva. And you guys are making those type of videos online with milking and a bunch of only. Whoa, let's see how fast we can clean up the hood. And you want to go play with Clank Laborgi and they're talking about first love and gift. Ooh, baby. And it's like a roast beef, it's sewing roast beef and sewing clams and a bunch of other shit and mangoes. Oh, it's a mango in there? You freaky. Oh, you ain't got no walls. Oh, I see. You got to get it from here. Don't come here because you will get shot. And you don't know what got started in the hood and you're, ooh. Rest in peace, my Gary, my best friend. Yeah, Gary Best, yeah, got clapped out. One of these dudes, he worked for the NFL Patriots, the high priest. There's a lot of love here. Yeah, yeah. Whoa. So now, Chicago Fire Department, bye. So now, good, 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 good. So now, look, ophthalmology, ear, nose, and mouth doctor, and playing hella fucking games with that one ophthalmologist or whatever the fuck in Atlanta that plays with Castle and started a bunch of shit at Howard University and in DC doing too much. And that the first round of dishonorable ass niggas. And then starting, well, we're in college and stuff like that. Nigga, you knew that you were gonna go trap. So you took the risk of getting caught. Why the fuck does it have to land on us? Why would you come here knowing that you can get caught and you're playing football and and then you sell out the whole hood and then you go play with the feds and shit like that? Don't start that. That's the first round. Now it's rappers. Niggas is really a rappers. Niggas can die for a caption. You claim you average, the rolly over savage. It's about to go down. You do too much. You play too much. India, India, India. I'm telling you, half of those shootings was because I said that. And somebody heard that and said, I know who that is. And that age just opened up a can of worms. What is this again? Yeah, and it turned into like anime with black women. Like imagine anime with hood black women. That's what people want to see. They did it like part ways to Boondocks, but like more. Right. So now, right. And then you think that they're getting activated in this queue, but they really will get you shot. Okay, so let's get started. Right. Whoa. Everyone's kids missing in Rwanda and Uganda. Where's Rose? Thank you. And Zim, that Bram Moliner guy that died. Some of you guys are just now seeing this. Some of you guys are just now seeing this. I need to show you this. Yeah, Bram Moliner died. He's dead. One of the original founders of the text editor, aka the interface where you could type things in and then try to edit like your interface, your firmware, or like to code online. This is how you can do it. He's dead because he was playing with me in virtual reality and everyone was watching it in real time, how the computer was like shifting and doing weird things. Them. Let me show you them. We have the kids home and now we can now have these medals for CPU boards. Okay. Yeah, people didn't know what they were doing. Now people don't know this stuff. Right? So .vim is also too how you can save files. Like it's like file extensions and stuff like that too. Oh, right. All right. But let me show you something, right? So if you need like a specific like, because I'm trying to retain my like breathing to my energy growth factor, because we're just readjusting the air on the planet and the pressure because of how they're trying to asphyxiate everybody all at once. So they don't know how to turn it off actually. So that's why like I go into whispering sometimes to try to like reserve my energy so I can keep going. So one of the things here, right? So you have Unix syntax, you have HTTP. You can't get a website and things like that online unless you follow the HTTP like protocol and whatnot. Okay, great. Now, if you want to have like let's say for instance, MySpace and basic HTML versus like Facebook and clicking through, or like a very interactive like website, those are different levels of like coding syntax, like HTML versus Java versus PHP, right? So then those are different octopuses in different rounds of like genocide. Okay, great. HTTPS is all Biafra. HTTPS. So now in 3 other coding languages, including JSON and part of PHP for Python. And that's so funny, right? So I'm not going to say anything about that, but I'm from Delta State. That's why I say first, because I'm my grandma on the other side, but I'm also from R&D Zogu, not necessarily Imo State, but there's several parts there. And no, my father has been banished completely. He is not a high priest anymore because of the way he got started with playing with me and trying to sell me off for sex rituals with his demonic ass baby mamas, both of them. And so that happened all very obviously with what got started. And they removed him, and he's going to get that beating that they give men that are hella dishonorable. And he may go to Imo State jail. I don't really care. That's none of my business. Just stay away from me with that. Clem Mohammed has said. Clem Mohammed and his wife screaming, Clem, why are you molesting these women in here? Clem, can you turn that off? People calling left and right. I'm sorry, Auntie. Why is your husband like uploading me to that thing? You're causing chaos. Banished from Imo State, all of them. So you're gonna deal with it later. When my husband is sitting right next to me. Oh, okay, yeah. So tell me what the fuck you're talking about now. Thank you. So you have Unix, right? So if you have Unix, the closest thing to Unix where you can like purely like, it's like really not like more of the interface, like, oh, Microsoft would be like, Microsoft and Apple will be like on par, like, oh, a bunch of different files and applications, things like that. Unix is pure like editing of a specific database that entire system is tied to. So like Oracle, they use like Linux, like computers, ThinkPad, those type of things. I remember that, the difference, like, oh, they're using this type of computer because of the CPU and the outage and all the different apps it runs. I've been watching this for years. Also, if you live in the Bay Area, it's a tech hub. So getting on the bar early in the morning to go to City College San Francisco, I used to see all of this in the morning, like talking to different people, telling about the companies, and I saw like waves of this H1N1 visa, and I saw waves of who's starting hella shit. Because first it was a bunch of like, there's a bunch of Indians, and now there's like a few Asians. And now all of a sudden there's a bunch of Asians. So I'm wondering who's playing in Africa, right? So then, right, because there was a bunch of white people when I was coming up, and Mr. Smith, our sixth grade teacher, was one of the people that was stalked and harassed. He was like one of the first in Silicon Valley and said, I'll go be a math teacher in elementary school. And you guys know The Simpsons, Mr. Flanders? That's it. Yeah. He's like not like oh God, but he's a nice person. That's literally what Mr. Smith looks like. But he's not like, he's so like Ned Flanders though. He's a nice guy. Yeah, and it's so crazy. Mr. Smith is like old, and Mr. Lane, our science teacher, are old, but they got uploaded to that fucking virtual reality, and that's how all these white men like got wind of this, and all their colleagues and all the older ones, and that's how all these cyborgians got caught, because they were the two that they attacked because of what got started. Or right, like, oh, they're fake, we can play with their DNA, like nonsense like that. So that's another, they just came up with this bullshit. So you have all those operating systems they created that they were involved in, all that type of stuff, metals and testing in the lab and heat and da 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 da. Are you soldering or what? Oh, I'm not really into that. You're talking about soldering a child's body? Okay. Yeah. So then what ended up happening? So now, right, you have like those are the main operating systems that run on the planet. And then they have like ones that are specific for like, oh, this is only for chemical programming. Oh, this is only for like checking this or doing that, right? Or major logistics like UPS. And we use Unix in our specific system because we don't really need too much of the interface. We need somebody typing in real time codes, response, as they're watching like logistics and maps and planes and everything like that, moving like that type of stuff, right? So this is what this is. They played in space with several octopuses. He just has another codes. He's dead. Good. Stop fucking playing with people. So you can know that somebody's running this website because they put an update. And helping many children in Uganda. Why there's several thousand people living in like mines or living in treacherous conditions and situations and refugee camps. Just get out. Right. Carolyn Jackson, she died. Senior Vice President of Human Resources at Coca-Cola, and she had recently just got a job. She was like working with some like women's leadership initiative. She got killed because she was playing games and starting hella shit. Yeah, she looks Ethiopian, but she's not. Another Peter, he's just showing his hand. Well, let's see how many we get, right? I guess we get another one, and people will now see that there is a big ass giant rabbit on planet Earth, still increasing his units. Peter's only 1 year old, but he's a Flemish giant, and they are teaming up all the rabbits, and they're congregating because they're high priests in sweaters, and you're playing hella games and getting white men online with rabbits, molesting them and spreading shit and photos to people's kids and bringing it to the schools and covering schools with photos of this type of stuff. Yeah, where people are going to like paste photos of this to children. And you got this rabbit playing with like really high level magic that's like beyond my awareness or understanding. But I just see it as math and science. Or like a serpent that's a certain color, and why she's good, and he needed to die playing games. Louisiana State University, 4 students going missing. Goodbye. Yeah, he's dead too. It's just going Oracle. Good. Yeah. This is all the rage when people get on the computer, right? To play with people's kids like that. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shut the fuck up. Okay. They thought it was like free game to play because they feel like something happened. Like, oh, they said this and that, but you didn't see what happened behind the scenes. And that's Azteca magic. They didn't see 6 things that came behind the scenes, which are going to become very obvious to them in a few days. That's okay. Yeah, they think it's like a war playing with me and my twin, just the both of us. They think it's like a game. Like, oh, we're supposed to be going to war with you and we're going to put this on TV and it's like Black Star Wars. But you didn't factor in the hood with guns. Right. Agent Yeah, he's there too. Working at the Pentagon. He's dead. Talking about stats and sales and hella clones and getting hear anything else. I don't want to hear it. If you claim to be honorable, let them die. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to hear anything else. There's nothing to talk about. You're wasting my time. Why would I be foolish talking to you? Yeah, and it is like a game. Oh, I have to be an Azteca and Ordinania, and then I can open a new lock, but then I need to also be Kemet, and I can open like three more dimensions. Okay, cool. And then, okay, oh, I need to make it to be like, I need to become like full Feminine. Okay, good. Hikiri-san, that's just one level. I need to get to like 17 levels up by perfecting my chemical state. Okay, I can't be on this planet, but my higher self has a kasha. So let me now go play in Kemet again, portal function to bring that magic down from that place. Because now saying, and now extra on the web, because High Priestess said, why not? Doing war on the planet, they causing too much drama. Now bring it. Yeah, like bring it on, like now bring it. Even though these people speak, that's what they talk, now bring it. And, you know, they're a hood. And she saw Tim's and she got a pair, yeah, with the long ass dress on. Okay, right. You know, feet are important there, you know, meridians. So she said, oh, and the shoe is now an intelligence. Well, Brother Asico, yeah. Just eat more. Happy. Asian women in love. I'm Black Asian, so I get it 100%. Yeah, cooking, loving, cooking. Yeah, I like you. Admiration. That is not obsession. That is you don't get it. That's why I think William is hella hilarious because I feel what she's saying 100%. But it's just she's just like la da 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 da, and there's like chaos going on. But don't worry, sis. I promise you, you don't have to pay attention to that. Let me handle that. Just keep on being happy because she makes us happy, and then we can keep going over. Okay, yeah. And when she gets her bob cut extra short, it's saying, I'm ready for maternity. You don't really know. You end up dying. You think I argue with bitches and that thing all day? No, not at all. At all. I don't speak to anybody. They talk to themselves. It's a spell. You're right. They think they're talking to me. They're talking to themselves. They have to get next to me with that technology. It's only the people that are like next to it that are playing. So we just exposed who's been playing with this the whole time. Right. Thank you. There's no like server running on this thing where several people can like play with me like that. Right. It ended. So they have a man sitting on the computer and then playing with certain people's kids. Like, oh, I will make a body in a child by sexually assaulting them. And then you can upload yourself to this server. And now she can have multiple like points of entry into her energy fields. All right. Using a child as a sexual database. That's what they think that it's cute. Like, oh, we're building databases too. Like, we're scientific too. She ain't the only one that knows. Thank you. Because otherwise, where are you getting a cop to run a server in substance? Right, right. Or for somebody to promote some type of activity, but the kids are not in that space. And then they're like, oh, I should be activating those kids and playing with magic. Right. Right. So they can play with white people. Yeah, you think you think you think you think you think you. Goodbye. They're all dead. I see it all the time, like San Quentin photos with hood niggas, or they're in front of the corner store, or they're block, and then they're like are standing on there, and then they all end up dead. They do it in the hood all the time. So it's nothing for all these niggas to have died. Good. Yeah. Haywood Pension Technologies. Yeah, everyone's money gone. Yeah, playing with Gavin Newsom. These are the type of sick ass people you were unleashing our children to. Okay, good. I don't want to hear you fucking crying. Take off all your clothes. Yeah, that's what the fuck you guys were unleashing onto our children because you want to play with Stephanie. Good. And run your fucking mouth. The biggest thing is you want to run your fucking mouth. And I keep on mentioning Stephanie because when people go to her page and they see Lita, they're like, that's the lady that she had her baby switched all of that while ago and they got asylum to go to Canada. Yeah. Thank you. Ooh. She overdoing shit. Good. Gavin was a devoted husband. Fuck, wrong Gavin. You weren't specific. The octopus. She's still recovering. They were putting too much psychedelics. You weren't specific. I will now recompute these functions. We will get the right one. This was just fun. They just had to see. He had to get caught. Right. And you just thought, hey, but you know what? It's a beautiful life. And it's 144 right now, right? Just random. And it's a beautiful life. But it's the company that this is really funny with. Whoa. Whole entire buildings filled with like immigrant women like, working and like not getting paid, not getting food, a bunch of stuff, no pads for their periods, just like toilet paper. Like you can use that, and it's just like ratchet nonsense going on, like just hella chaos. That's what they get. Good. Yeah, he's dead too. Dead too. Eating everyone's fucking lamb and chicken, starting too much shit. I want more butter chicken. Causing hella drama, kidnapping other socialites, their daughters, starting hella shit to hold their farms hostage. At least we know she's alive. We just give them a few boxes. Now they want the whole farm. We'll go get our daughter. Yeah, starting too much drama. Starting too much drama. Good. Oh, Rebecca, oh, you did too. Ooh, this is not okay. Yeah. Yeah, this lady shouldn't have passed away too. They poisoned her at her like wedding. This is like out of control, but somebody got caught up with like a really ratchet ass magic. Ooh, Nottinghamshire, good. So you want to play in Midlands. I feel like the best thing for you to do is sit down because you're high. And when you're high, you don't know that you're close to danger. That's the point of getting high. So you can avoid the reality that you're currently like entrapped in for like several lifetimes over. I think you need to sit down because it's gone to that point. We can talk about that now, right? Because they're talking about your clinical surgeries and uteruses with children and playing with melancholy and starting a bunch of nonsense. And some of them are right, and causing chaos. I suggest you sit down. There's enough to prove that there's a specific force moving here and it's creating a pattern or speech you want to go play with in space. So if you want to keep playing in this place, just know that there's a bullet behind you, a chemical or a Komodo, or all. Or maybe it's the Komodo doing it because you're opening portals and she's angry that she's hearing this bullshit on her planet. Every time these people play with me in my ear or they even feel nonsense next to me, because remember, I am a planet too. Because every nigga is a star, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. All of you guys playing with Beyonce, just know that like either it's two things. People don't know what got started with her, Jasmine Sullivan, Aaron Haney, and Nia Long, or you guys are playing and think like, oh, having sex with Jay-Z is going to protect us because they clone their own daughter. And look at this and look at that and look at that. They're delusional. You don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing because that bitch is playing with me. She has no money because she's fighting going back and forth with the IRS for 2.7 million. That's nothing. What are you doing? You can't get a payment plan? It's more than that. You're right. Thank you. And it's not just tax evasion, it's only hella people in court. That's the majority of it. Right. And then trying to play like, oh, I paid it off in taxes and like doing something really ratchet where a bunch of people have to pay a bunch of money all at once. Good. You will have no resources for your bullshit. Oops. Right. And you're playing white supremacists, right? That got you out your job. Good. They know what it is. They know not to play with me because they're trying to get in the Nakasha to try to survive. And okay, I don't want that vermin in my body. Maybe I'll just get, if I can go to sleep peacefully, no ESP, that's perfect. That's an option. They could just sign up for that option. How you want to die? You touch another child, you already picking your option. It's ESP or something very vicious with the hood and somebody with a sword, right? And it's rusted, but it's sharp. Whoa, double intelligence. Now look, you want to go play games and start a bunch of bullshit and run your mouth and oh, let's go see. And good, somebody got clapped just to let you know that we're watching. Anybody that steps into Midlands or Surrey or three boroughs in London, there are cell towers tracked by Brother Asuka and the Japanese and Chinese mafia, just period. You have any affiliation with the future or work in any way, shape, or form, you will get hit. And I promise you that. Don't play. Don't play. Don't play. Let's keep on going. We got a Peter with the Peter and a Peter that's a Putwasser. So that's done. So it's Peter doing it, casting spells. And I love it when he like shakes his ear. It's like, am I getting a message? Peter is so, he's a high priest. Sometimes I take his little paws and I just like dance with him. He's a high priest. Yeah, he's a high priest. Hello, high priestess. And sometimes I forget that Peter's actually really grown, right? Like grown, like 90 years old grown. And would you go and sit in front of your granddaddy's plantation and act like that and talk like that and play on the computer? No, so why are you doing it in front of Peter? Ah, I see. Ah, or Floppa. Just take it. And you and his name is Paul too. He's a high priest too. We fuck with him. And it was so funny that they started this because Peter and Paul no be one, they be two. Yeah, and you shake your busy body up. Shake your busy body up. Oh, oh. I'll live for me. Yo, hey, Shukuna, yeah, well, Tufi Akwagi, God punish you for your madness. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. At least God is handling it, yeah. Because look at the sweet beings, are the ones doing it. Because he's the one that has a death magic. It's Argozon with a 9. It's Argozon 9, meaning like, I don't know how to, that shape, but it's that 9 times. They just organized it for me. Because I'm not actually supposed to be moving my hand there. So Peter has seen me do spells and he's like, move my hand. Yeah, and you know, like sometimes rabbits, they pick things up and move it. He'll like pick my hand up and move it. And he keeps on seeing me go for the spells. And then he looked down here like, what are you doing? He just thought I was like being nosy because I had a rabbit. So he felt like, oh, you just wanted to run the whole gambit. No, like they're playing hella games and I need that spell work. So he's still deciding whether he's going to unleash that. That got rid of a lot of calico hoes. I'll tell you how. So now, right, it's a bunch of females from like the 1940s, 50s, 60s. You won't ever see their look again. And that was Peter. Change your mind back there. Yeah, and then using the spiral in the wood to cast spell work. And then using the spiral in the washing machine and the stove, which is in the same place to cast spell work. Yeah, and sitting by the washing machine in a cycle. This rabbit is not fucking playing. You want to play with Peter with spell work? Get ready for a war. Oh, she's so cute. Hello, high priestess. Oh, they sent Peter gifts. Yeah, Peter.
Hello, beautiful bunny boy. Yes. Peter, is there any need to barge you in the greenhouse?
There's any herbs here.
How's you doing, big boy?
There's wheel. There was once forces of physics here. We will activate that in spirals. You really will get smacked by this rabbit. It's like, hello, hi. There's a lot of love here. I think people are looking into me. That's so disgusting.
What are you doing?
It's like somebody's gonna die.
Boy. What's she doing?
Yeah, people have talked about meeting with Peter. He said, what? What is that? He doesn't even know what the fuck that is. And they're talking about playing with Peter on planet Earth because he's a high priest in space. Like, what hole can we bring down? That's the wrong species. Yeah. Peter gets the aquatic form. He doesn't disappoint. He knows he's on camera too. Like, oh, they just want to see me in happy.
You're just wetting it. Eh? Soaking furniture, licking it, you madman.
Just enjoying myself. There's sun out today. Yeah, Peter is cast. Vicious, wicked. Yeah, no, they took me out to Peter. They tried. Yeah, and then it turned into little chaos because Peter was sitting in the window waiting and getting bitches shot on their way out because it was like a cul-de-sac. And by the time you get to the end of the street, somebody from the Turkish mafia was waiting for you. Whoa. Whoa. Guys, Peter, he was born March 29, 2022. Peter just turned 1 year old, barely 1 year old, this rabbit. And he came down here to fight this war because he saw what you bitches did and said, oh no, I'm not gonna let that happen. Let me show my hand to these hoes. These calico hoes and his wife, you ain't coming down there. I'll be here for a little bit. I made with my body by 5 years old. Yeah. And he almost left his body too because he saw what happened to me. He got so sick. And he said, okay, my auntie's okay. And she woke up again, it'll be happiness. It's like your body like appears somewhere in the spiritual realm. We were there together, like, said, oh. Everyone else might have to notice all that. Yeah, you're done for her was spelling this one because in a minute she's gonna want Hawaii. Yeah, and Hawaii women going missing so they can test. Okay, maybe I can become Pele then. Oh, maybe I can get like a surgery. Can you like use the hibiscus to hide what we did though? Like, can you glamour Pele? Oh, maybe we can try. Like, what type of food do you have? Or what can my physical body get? Okay. So that and then playing sellouts. And they think it's cute. Okay, good. I want to show you guys this to show you guys who's playing games. Tarot, and they get funded by the endowment. Astrology and tarot games. Honey, hey Daisy, this shit is like dumb forward. No one's like a real healer. Heal yourself. Thank you. Oh, I just have to say I was laid off today. I have so many words and feelings, but I think it's to keep those to myself for now. Financial in my family. After working here for 10 years at night transportation and setting up the whole cartel and causing hella drama. Okay, good. Just to show you guys that happened. Good. Stay off my computer, not the office. All right, you guys. So that's what I have for you for this proof of case.